And here we are, YouTube land. And we're going to get Mike Devine here of CJOY Mornings and Magic, and how many other stations are you on?
A couple more. Yeah.
He's one of our radio buddies. He's joining us today just because he's hanging out at our place when we're doing the show.
Yeah,
so,
just thought I'd drop by, do some radio stuff. So should I do the chimes?
Huh?
That's annoying.
Yeah, that's all right. Throw it over there.
Here goes the chimes, folks.
Welcome to Loosey Goosey Radio, podcasting, TV, video, YouTube, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. It is our Loosey Goosey chime time and our Loosey Goosey show right here about town. And I want to welcome Mike Devine.
Thank you.
From, like he said, CJOY in Guelph, and he's on every morning and stuff like that. Big Daddy Russ Horton, I'm Lee Lakin with Leah Lywood, and we're bringing you your local news. And Mike's joining us today just to have some fun.
All right, just hanging out. Mike is hanging out.
He's hanging out.
Thanks for
like
having me,
the
guys.
Disc Jockey's Lounge, back in the day when we had our own lounge. Now we're all on tape.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Never see each other.
Yeah.
Well, this is why we do every year the radio reunion that we did every year. Mike was there as well, along with Mark Panopoulos and Craig Fox, and so many other people.
Craig Fox and all our buddies. We all have a lot of radio people have a circle.
We do.
We're friends. It doesn't matter who you work for. If you're in radio, you're part of the family, really.
Pretty much.
Everyone's pretty much worked together at some way or form.
That's right.
Or another.
So it was fun for me because I know most of the names, and I know the voices, but have never met anybody. So it was fun to put a face to a name and a voice.
I'm going to bring this up with Mike, as a matter of fact, because Mike's still an AM jock, but you still do some FM work as well.
Yeah, I do a couple of FMs.
You've also got your station, Party Dog Radio, as well. We want to bring that up.
Another streamer, Party Dog Radio, Dave Rocks, CJOY Mornings, and Magic 106. Those are all of them. It's
busy guy, but. The one thing is now today's a little bit different, but you think about back in the 80s and 90s, and people would meet you, because I was a live on location guy. So people would hear me on the air, but when they saw me, the first thing out of their mouth was, geez, I thought you'd be bigger.
Yeah.
They have this image of you, and then when they actually see you, they go, wow, you don't look anything like what I expected, or you get comments like that. And
one guy that looked like you'd think he'd sound like was Tom Rivers. Tom sounded and looked exactly like Tom sounded. You know what I mean? He was Tom Rivers. But you're right, because voices are deceptive.
Very
deceptive.
So.
Everybody a tiny little guy with a big voice, you know what I mean?
I have this big voice. They think I'm this big, huge guy, and they see me and they're, well, that's not what I expected at all,
That's what happens when you wake up with your voice in your socks every morning. You know what I mean? But we're brought to you by Max Tires, who have the best deals on tires, don't they? Don't
Absolutely.
they? Yes, they do.
Bold statement.
905 873. What is it? I can't remember.
Look.
I can't remember the number. Honest to God.
873-992-55.
I know.
Can we put it at the bottom of the screen? Can we flash it or something? Can we do that yet?
Well, we do have the technology, and we can build that.
Yes. We probably can.
No, I'm just joking around.
I'm
joking around.
Don't give me any more chores, okay?
It's 905-873-9255, and I'm just joking around,
because we
we can, kind of get people to remember that number.
That's right.
It's the number that's
important. And we will tell you, because especially as we're recording this, we just got another dump of snowfall here in the Halton Hills area, and make an appointment. Call and make an appointment. So just walking through the door, you might be waiting a couple hours to get your tires done.
I guess the big news this week is former Citizen of the Year Jack Carpenter, who's 96 now, or was. He passed away. Jack was fiercely proud of the town. He called home and would just do anything to promote it. He's one of our big citizens. So with Acton making plans to celebrate the 100th anniversary of being incorporated as town, Carpenter launched a bid for the town to host the 1974 Grey Cup in Prospect Park.
Wouldn't that have been wild?
Wouldn't that have been wild, eh? There was no obstacle that Carpenter couldn't find a solution for. When the CFL asked for the guaranteed gate of $600,000, Carpenter said he'd find 6 wealthy people to pay $100,000 each. Gotta love that guy.
Wow.
And he was an amazing guy.
God,
he just passed away, and one of the big town figures.
And we need Mike to open up with the chimes.
I can do that. Here we go.
She's loving these.
NBC.
There we go.
I do. I love what he's doing.
Mike got it all figured out for us because we've been doing it wrong for the last 2 years.
Yeah, we keep going. Yeah. See, you're a musician, though. You should have figured that one out.
What's that? Well, I never listened to the NBC chimes, so I didn't know how it went. If I'd heard it,
it's like 90 years ago or something.
I know. We're showing our age, aren't we?
I think I'm still the
oil of Olay
here, so.
drinking it.
At least 90 years ago.
Yeah. Conservation's bringing up elevated water levels. That's going to be a concern, especially with the snowfall that we've just had. We're going to be seeing probably more on Tuesday of this week, upcoming week. And they've issued a watershed condition statement on water safety, advising residents to keep a safe distance from all waterways. The agency said data from the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry Service Water Monitoring Center, Holy Jumpin', SWMC, and local forecasts indicate that 20 to 30 millimeter of mixed precipitation is possible within the watershed by Thursday.
That's this week. Yeah.
That's this week.
And then we got snow on top of that.
We got snow, which is actually melting in a lot of cases. We're seeing it run off in a lot of areas. In addition to the increased forecasted precipitation amount, persistent near saturated ground conditions since the rain last week could increase prolonged elevated water levels in rivers, streams that are expected within our jurisdiction. So keep your kids, your dogs, your little dogs especially away from running water. We've got a lot of running creeks here in the Halton Hills area, so please just be safe.
Stay away from the credit for sure.
Yeah, pretty much. The credit's running pretty heavy right now. I was in the Glen today, and it's running pretty heavy at this moment. So
say that.
Be safe, everybody.
Halton Police, regional police have charged a 40-year-old man as a result of a human trafficking investigation. Officers from the Human Trafficking Unit began an investigation this month, which resulted in Steve Colho, of Toronto, being charged with trafficking in persons, material benefit from trafficking in persons, withhold or destroy documents, material benefit resulting from sexual services, advertising sexual services, and procuring, and the charges have not been proved yet in court. He is being held in custody pending a bail hearing. The guy's in a bit of trouble, I would say, but that's close to home, too.
It is very close to home.
And Halton Police, but I know it's a big area, but we have that problem here in Halton Hills.
We're seeing more and more of it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's scary is as we populate a little bit more, I think we're going to see more and more. So it's unfortunate.
That's right.
Well, we're going to give this one to Mike.
All right.
Mike's going to get one.
These people.
And a good one.
Yes, this is a really good one because
really good
this couple here in Halton Hills wins $100,000 in Lotto Max. How is that? The wish came true. This couple, they're in Bell and Fad. They play the same numbers, made up from a significant date every single week. And November 22nd, the number comes in, second prize, $100,000. Congratulations. And she said, I was so shocked, I had to reschedule my next meeting. So congratulations, $100,000.
Can you imagine that?
Right on.
That's a lot of coffee. That's a lot of Tim Hortons.
That's a lot of Timmy's.
You know what,
Timmy's, eh?
You know what Ballinafad stands for? It's Welsh, actually.
Is
It's long Welsh. It means town with long name.
Okay.
Ballinafad? Okay.
Well, you get people that also say Ballinafad.
It's Ballinafad, isn't it?
Ballinafad?
Ballinafad? We live here, we still don't know.
Yeah, well,
but you know what's popular about Ballinafad, don't you? It's the hometown of Stompin' Top Connors, my son. Come on, baby.
I actually celebrated New Year's Eve with
his wife,
Nina.
Yeah.
Yes, his wife.
Over at the Appalachian. She goes there for a dance.
Actually, no, that was at the Erin Legion.
Was it?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. She came in. She recognized me right away and gave me a big
you were
hug.
DJing.
Yeah, I was DJing that night. So it was great to see her again. And we see her at the Appalachian all the time as well. So
my old buddy Sam Ward. I don't know if you know him, or he was totally blind, and a radio guy from Columbus, Ohio. He was living with me for a while here. He was totally blind. Keep in mind, he sat at the George one night. And this guy came sitting next to him and talked to him for 2 hours. By the way, what's your name? He says, my name's Tom. And then he goes, wait a minute, you're from, wherever it was in PEI. He goes, yeah, that's me. My buddy was talking to Tom. Tom didn't even realize everybody in the bar just broke out in laughter. It was so funny. Because he had no idea it was Stompin' Tom.
I got that good old hockey game song in my head.
Oh, now it's stuck in your head. You're
It's
going to have
in-
an earworm. You know.
It's on a loop all night, and it's Friday, so there's got to be some hockey.
A
going
funny
on tonight.
story, when I was doing Aaron Radio, I got a chance to interview Stomp and Tom, and his publicist came by the studio, and he drops off the sheet, and it tells me what I can and cannot say, what I can and cannot talk about.
Wow.
It's kind of a guideline to questions to ask them. You know, don't. On the top of it was don't drink, don't swear, don't smoke.
All the things he does.
Within
did.
2 minutes of walking in the door, the first thing out of his mouth was, "You want a drink?"
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
He had a.
Lights up a cigarette, sits down in his chair in his library, and you want to smoke? Okay. Because I always got taught when you're in an interview, try to comply with them, try to be,
do whatever they want.
it's
You
a
got to
good
meld
job,
the way they are.
you
That's
start
the
to
deal.
say no to certain things, and they, who the hell are you? And like I said, the second word out of his mouth was a swear word. So the top 3 things on the list. So I just threw the sheet away. I just went, I had one of the best interviews I've
How
ever
can you
had.
not love Stompin' Tom?
Oh, he was just
Stompin' Tom, he's one of the icons of Canada, like Don Cherry, who we also have, by the way.
Yeah?
And Party Dog has Don Cherry, too.
Yes, Monday nights
right.
at 6 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. There you go.
Don Cherry.
Good plug. Good plug.
Coldest night of the year is happening again.
Yes.
It'll be held February 25th to support families and individuals in need of food and housing. Here is what you need to know. The walk begins at Norval United Church. That's not in Norval anymore. Well, it is, basically. It's at 14015 Danby Road now, so don't go down to Norval Hill. Okay, so you're going to the wrong church there. They are both 2 and 5 kilometer routes. You can check in. That begins at 4 p.m. that day. The walk begins at 5, and a light meal is served at 6. And participants can register for free online, either as an individual or a team and setup at a fundraising page. And anyone raising $150 or $75 for anyone under the age of 18 will receive a coldest night of the year toque. You like the toque there, my
That's
son.
Canadian,
Just like this.
eh?
That's totally
This
Canadian.
toque I got on here.
You say
I got-
toque down in the States, and they look at you and go, "Oh, you must be from Quebec."
Yeah.
I'm
Try
actually
explaining to Americans that you buy milk in bags.
Oh God, yeah, that's
That
hilarious.
really freaks them out.
It does.
What do you
It
mean,
does. They
bag?
go, ooh.
What's that?
What do you
Bags
mean?
of
Ooh,
milk?
it's
Why?
bag. What's the difference between a bag and, you know? But
that coldest night of the year, great charity. We support it real heavily here, especially. We also want to remind people, Knox Church, downtown Georgetown, is a place for you to go if you're homeless and need to be, especially in this weather. Please go to Knox Church, and if you can donate and be a participant in the walk. It's just it's a great thing they've been doing. I think they've been about 4 or 5 years doing this now. It hasn't been that long, but great idea, just a brilliant idea. So.
and I want to say a big shout out to the Cancer Assistance Services, who have been amazing over the last little while with some personal things with myself. Not that I don't have cancer, but I'm saying someone I know does. And they are absolutely, like Julie Cripps.
Julie
is
just
just
say, yes.
amazing. You know, these are the things you don't see. And the fact that we have a way of having you know these things is very important.
Absolutely.
Because there's another site on Facebook called The Village,
It takes a village.
It Takes a Village.
Lindsay Edwards started
Absolutely, Lindsay, you are a rock star. I'm telling you. I mean, and you know, I've seen it firsthand how these people work together, and Links to Care as well. You guys do a great job in the food banks. We have so much glue in this town that holds us together, and these are the people with heart. You know what I mean?
Good
Eh?
way of putting that.
No, but you know, you have to help each other. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's going to be times when you might be an alcoholic. I mean, no one is perfect. Everyone in life has their own little things, right? And sometimes life gets the better of you, and you need that net to know that net is there for you to fall back on. You know what I mean?
That's why I say big kudos to Knox Church for taking that
And
initiative
yes,
on
exactly.
and doing that, because it was needed here. We're seeing more and more homeless people around the area, and like I said, with this kind of weather.
Are you going to give him another story?
Sure.
We should, shouldn't we?
Yeah,
Also,
he's got his
if it-
glasses. He's got his glasses now.
He was looking for his hat.
Yeah.
Mike and I have been
left it-
friends for many years, and
Yes.
Mike has a fixation with his own hat.
Yeah, I
Has
left
to
it at
have-
home.
He's like Bono, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I gotta wear my hat. Why did you put one of our hats? No, I have to wear my hat.
What, you got an extra hat?
Yeah, I got a hat. Why don't we give him a
throw me a
swag
hat.
hat? We got a hat.
Oh, anything.
We got all kinds
match
of
you
swag
guys.
here.
I want to be like you guys.
Nottingham Forest.
I left mine at home. It's like one of those Peaky
We'll
Blinders
talk
hats.
about that on the Worldwide Show, Nottingham Forest, of course. You have no idea who Nottingham Forest is. You're Italian. You must be
Who,
soccer.
me?
Aren't you
Devine is
Italian?
Irish.
Irish? Oh my God.
I was going to say, that's not very Italian.
No.
No, Devine's not a stage name. I was born with it. So, yeah, it's D-E-V.
Oh, that's very
Oh,
cool.
what do we
Which
got?
swag do you
Here
want?
we go.
Man?
We got swag galore
Okay,
here. What do
so
we got?
there's that one.
So there's this
Halton
one.
Hills Online.
Hot. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
look at that.
There's that
Yeah,
one.
we got our swag.
Oh,
FM 108, Canada's
That
oldest
one.
station.
Oh, my
Shop the
God.
Hills. There's
And-
Nottingham Forest.
Holy
Yeah.
smokes. Well, let's let's get this one here.
All right, FM 108. There you
FM
are.
108. Let's do
There you
that.
go.
All right.
Right there.
Thank you.
One,
Yes.
one of our many other stations.
Canada's oldest station. The Party Dog is on FM 108, baby.
Big ball.
Big
Come
ball.
on, big ball.
All right, whose story is it? Is
I
it
think
mine?
this is
This is
this is
Mike's.
me. So you know when you go and get some tools over at Canadian Tire or any place for that matter, pretty expensive stuff, right? Okay, well here's the deal. Somebody decided to go buy a construction company where they don't have that kind of stuff. Their stuff is way more expensive, and they got away with it. So far, they're looking for one piece worth $24,000. So the cops are looking for these guys. If you know anything about it, Halton Hills area is investigating. If you got anything on that one, maybe give the guys a call.
That's a good chunk of change.
It's a big chunk of change.
24 grand.
For one piece of
One
equipment.
Piece of equipment,
That's a lot of
exactly.
screwdrivers.
Didn't somebody drive off with a front end loader last week on Armstrong or something? I
Something
heard
like that, yeah.
Was that it then?
Imagine that. No.
No.
That's another one.
No, it's
They
another
stole
one.
our rabbit over in our industrial area there. The rabbit that's been there for
Big,
years.
huge, big tall rabbit.
Oh yeah,
Just so you
yeah,
know.
just huge rabbit.
I better go check on my
See, you
car.
don't hear about this. You don't hear about
Maybe
this
it's
stuff
with
in
your hat.
Guelph.
No.
You know what I
It's
mean?
with your hat.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Never
in
know.
my hat.
I love the FM 108 hat there.
But yeah.
Playing the
so-
oldies from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Mostly
Right.
50s too, right?
Yeah, 50s.
Check it
50s,
out.
60s,
FM108.ca.
50s to 70s, I'd say.
No, 50s,
50s,
60s,
70s.
70s, man. We're old time.
Oh, that's
We're
good.
old school, old
all right.
jingles, old the radio.
And then
the
there's
way it
Radio
used to be.
GTA. What does it do again? Let's tell
GTA
them.
is freeform.
Free
It's,
form, so anything goes.
It's like David Marsden meets Top 40 Radio. It's really
Wow.
It's like an iPod. It's like
The
an
Mars
iPod.
bar.
Yeah, it's like an iPod.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like
love
an
it.
iPod.
Yeah.
And
better than your iPod.
And of course we have Halton Hills Online, the three
Halton
stations
Hills
we run.
Online.
And Party Dog Radio.
Party
now.
Dog Radio, a mix of top 40 rock, retro, and dance.
There we go. There we
it's,
go.
pretty,
we got, if you want music, we've got you covered. You know what I mean?
Lots of music.
And it's funny, you know, when
That's
you
an
hear
understatement,
from
guys.
emails of people that used to live in Halton Hills or Georgetown or Acton, and they live in New Zealand now, and they'll send me occasionally. They'll say, "Hi, I'm listening in New Zealand," or you know, because if radio is to evolve, community has got to be there.
Yes.
Don't you agree?
Yeah.
I think that is the future of online radio as well as the stations we run. Is it's the next coming has come. We're here, and they're not even putting AM radios in cars anymore.
No.
What does that tell you?
But you can stream in a car. So
Yes.
the future is going towards streaming.
Exactly.
Everybody's doing it with television. Radio is next. It's already taken off in the UK,
Yeah.
and it's going to be here next. So start early and join the cluster of
get used to
stations.
it. Yeah, get used to doing it. You know, we were trying to tell people even a couple years ago. Okay, yeah, if your car doesn't have you know, Apple, iTunes, and stuff, and all that stuff
Yeah.
in it, but it has Bluetooth capability. So all you got to do is Bluetooth your phone, hit a button, and boom, you can listen without losing the signal. You can
And
drive
pretty-
and drive and drive.
And pretty soon, with all of the 5G that's coming out, it's
That's right.
probably going to make. If you think, well, remember the flip phone? Look at all the stuff you can do with the phone now.
Yeah.
Well, that same jump is about to happen with 5G,
Yeah.
and we're hoping that that's going to make it easier for you to find us, and with streaming radio, as easy as you can with, let's say, television, like with Netflix. So hopefully, live radio will really explode really soon. But we're doing it, and you can be one of the first to join the cluster of radio stations that bring you that variety of music. And it's free to stream, and we're here 24/7, right?
Absolutely.
So that's the rounded, I guess,
24/7, 365.
Yeah.
and a third.
That's
and a
right.
third.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, there
Just
you
for
go.
that extra. Yeah.
Well, it depends on if it's a leap year or not.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
That's why
there's
you know.
363 days in the quarter.
We had a couple of real winners over on Queen Street there.
Yeah.
Do you want to take that one, Mr.
Sure,
Lee? or-
absolutely. Halton police were called after a vehicle was damaged during an early morning New Year's Day incident in Halton Hills. big surprise. It happened on New Year's Day. Around 4:30 a.m., a resident was sitting parked in a vehicle on Queen when a group of men walked by, and one of the alleged men fell on the vehicle, breaking a taillight. There is small town community news for you if you've ever heard it.
Happy New Year!
Somebody broke a taillight, man.
Yeah, you gotta love living in a small town. You know what I mean?
You know, it's well, that was like the story a couple of weeks ago where the cops go to the guy's house, and it turns out he didn't get charged with anything. They had to wrestle him to the ground, handcuff him, do all the scuffle.
Yeah.
But no charges were laid. And
no?
Like, what was the purpose of the visit?
Yeah.
It was so bizarre, that story. It was so weird.
I think the weirdest story, you were running Halton Hills at the same time. Remember that? I think the weirdest local small town kind of story was when Sidney Crosby's, he had a likeness at the local 7-Eleven or something, and somebody stole it. And it was all over, remember? The Sidney Crosby.
The cutout.
The cutout was stolen. It made the top of the Independent, you know what I mean? And, then you're in a small town when, you know what I mean?
It's funny. So, some of the stories, because, earlier in the show we were talking about the other police stories and whatnot, and they're a little more extreme and severe. Yeah. Then you get to this one where it's like just some drunk guy fell over, broke a taillight. Yeah. And the cops had to be called.
All right. Whoops. This weekend we have coming up January 13th from 5 to 8 p.m. and January the 14th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. January the 15th from noon to 5 p.m. is the North Halton Kitten Rescue Used Book Sale. It's happening at the Georgetown Marketplace. Support a local kitten rescue while restocking your bookshelves at the used book sale, running all weekend in the mall near Sport Check, and all funds raised supports local stray and abandoned kittens and young cats in the care of the North Halton Kitten Rescue. So that's what's going on there. And of course, Light Up the Hills is still running until the 15th.
They're doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Mike's going to take the Light Up the Hills, so it's running until the 15th. So
got a couple of sleeps left to take advantage of the colorful lights of a festive nature. Some people, you know what? I'm one of them. Christmas lights make me happy. If they did it in July, I'd be just as happy as well. They're colorful, they're pretty, and guess what? They're still on 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Up until the 15th of January. You don't have too much time to get on this one. So, lift your spirits, watch the colors, and look at the lights. 5 to 11 up until the 15th, lighting up the hills.
And that's Dominion Gardens, of course.
Dominion Gardens,
and Acton as well.
Acton, as you drive into Acton, you can't miss it. So it's right there at the Acton
Christmas lights make me salivate and want to eat like Skittles. I don't know why. The colors.
Electric Skittles, man.
It is. It's that color.
Just like running water makes you want to pee. Same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I look at Christmas lights, I think of candies. I don't know. You got to see, like one year, I think it's too late now.
What would happen if you took a chameleon and put him in a bowl of Skittles?
Oh my God!
Can you imagine that?
That would be great.
Nice.
Wouldn't that be a trip?
Put me in the Skittles.
Eat some magic mushrooms and then put them in the bowl of Skittles.
Jeez.
You'd have a trip of a lifetime.
That's some deep thinking, Lakin.
I just come up with a name for a band. You ready? Psychedelic Skittles.
Psychedelic Skittles. You gotta love it. You gotta have a twist nowadays, right?
You gotta have a
psychedelic man.
I'm surprised none of you have mentioned that it's Friday the 13th.
I know. I already had a snowplow running.
My daughter was actually my oldest daughter was born on Friday the 13th, and my youngest daughter was born on Saturday the 14th. My wife at the time went into labor on Friday the 13th with the second one and went, nope, not doing it again. She held it until the 14th. She was determined that no more Friday the 13th.
It's not bad.
My connection with that is that I have 7 sons named Jason, and they all wear hockey masks. Isn't that ironic?
And they're all 2 years apart.
Well, that's right. That's right. The Acton Aqueducts, they have an e-waste collection, I guess, this weekend, January 14th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Bethel Church parking lot. 365 Queen Street in Acton. It's time to dig out those old electronics for a good cause, of course. Now, accepted items are, hey, want to get rid of your stuff, computers, printers, video, gaming devices, phones, TVs, monitors, you know the whole spiel, stereos, stuff like that.
Well, you always see people on Facebook going, where can I get rid of my old TV? Where can I get rid of my old VCRs and stuff? Well, there's your answer right there.
You can't put it out in garbage, Dave, so you might as well bring it there.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right.
And recycle it.
And it's going for a good cause too.
Definitely. January 14th, 10 a.m. Both the libraries, Georgetown and Acton, are holding a drop-in story time, and you can explore new themes each week and stories and rhymes and songs. There's no registration required. You can check it out on their website, and that's going on at the 14th at 10 a.m. So you might want to check that out for the kiddies and gives you something to do. So
That looks good too.
And
we're gonna give that one to Mike then.
Can I do that one?
You can do that one. Yeah,
I'll
we're
do
gonna
that
putting this guy to work. You know,
Yeah.
watch him at the end of this when we turn the cameras off. By the way, come on, buddy. I want a few bucks here. Our friendship means nothing when it comes to business. Kidding?
Barking up the
It's
wrong tree there.
radio, buddies, radio.
It's great
There's
having
no money
you
in
here.
it.
It's great having you here.
Thank you. It's great to be had.
fantastic.
Can I do this one?
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh yeah, that one's yours.
So, there's a genre of music out there that dates back to the early 70s, but it didn't get popular around here until about the late 80s. But punk rock.
Actually, around here, just so you know, it was very popular in the early 80s.
Yeah, punk rock, yeah.
Very much so. Like it was
Early 80s.
Early 80s here. Yeah, you
That's
know,
very
like
early 80s.
yeah, it
Well,
was
that's amazing.
late 70s, early
Yeah.
80s punk around here.
Oh, yeah.
Exploded around here.
Well, this makes sense then, because
Yeah.
over Tommy's Grill and Bar, downtown Acton, you can enjoy evening of music. All ages benefit. It's a punk rock evening. January 14th, 7 p.m., $10 donation to non-perishable food item, or you can bring also a non-perishable food item instead of the fee. Get into the punk rock, man!
Do both. Pay the fee and bring food.
But yeah, why not? Just get something off the shelf, bring it, okay? And then fill your
show
ears.
punk is still alive.
Yes.
Show it's still alive. 'Cause
Right
it
there,
is.
man!
Oh God, yeah.
I love punk rock.
I love
Sex
punk
Pistols,
rock.
man.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
God.
You know, the Clash, Sex Pistols.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Bad Brains.
Yes.
Love the Bad Brains.
Yes. Like,
That'd be
I
Kurt
just-
Cobain's favorite.
He's going to go nuts on the next show when we start talking music, man.
Oh, we got a music
He's
one
gonna-
too?
Oh, we got another show.
Oh God, yeah.
Another half hour, yes.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
I'm
our
in.
local show.
So again, January 14th, 7 p.m. Bring in non-perishable food. Pay the $10. Get in and see a great punk rock show.
Cheers, a punk rocker!
And Tommy's Grill makes the best cheeseburgers in the world, man. I'm telling you.
Cheeseburger.
Pepsi.
Too
No
cheap to
Coke.
Pepsi.
No Coke.
No Coke Pepsi.
No Coke, Pepsi.
All right, the St. Andrews United Church free clothing room is open now in a new location, and it's on the main floor, and they have
have a
flooring
ton of
racks.
clothes.
Oh yeah, each week on Tuesday and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to noon, or by appointment. They're located at 89 Mountain View Road South in Georgetown. All are welcome, of course, and they do an amazing job for our community. Of course, everyone at St. Andrews,
Yes.
always in the middle of stuff. And of course, we had nasty weather as we wrap up the show a bit here. We had
Yeah, As I was
were out
looking out
plowing
the
there?
studio window, we're actually getting some flakes coming down again. So
It's
we're
flaky.
We're getting a skiffy of snow out there, and just be safe on the roads, man. Give yourself a distance, and don't be rushing out the door 5 minutes late and expecting to get there on time. It is not going to happen.
You know what really pisses me off is when you drive around and it's snowing and it's about an hour into the storm and the snow's coming down and you see people driving around and they can't see anything out their windows.
Oh God, yeah.
Clean your windows
clean your
off. You
car
can't
off,
see.
tool.
You gotta, you know. And I went by somebody last night with, I don't know how they could see where they were going. They cleared the front part off.
Yeah,
but
like the circle that
side-
big.
Yeah.
And they got Wawa. They got a Wawa bird on top.
Like, come on, people.
Yo,
Come on, baby.
It's frustrating.
Come on,
and
my
annoying.
man.
Clean your car off.
Clean your
man.
cars, okay?
It's not.
Eh?
Oh, like come on. Especially me. I plow snow, so I'm out early in the morning.
So you
and
see it
I see these
firsthand,
people, and it's dark out. They, like Mike said, they got a hole this big cleared off the front of their windshield, and they're booking down the side road. And
On
then they wonder-
ice.
and then they wonder why they're in the rhubarb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hello.
Yeah.
It's. I saw one today on 6th Line, just south of 15th Side Road.
And the Georgetown Raiders, my beloved Raiders, they hammered the Brantford 99ers 10-1 at Moldmasters on the chin.
That's a
And,
hammer.
that's
All
a
right.
hammer. And they're going to be in Stouffville Sunday afternoon and home next Wednesday against Mississauga at Moldmasters. We're a big hockey town. Just explaining to you. The Raiders mean a lot to us here. I know you guys
Yeah.
got the Guelph Storm,
Got the Storm.
we're
And
the OJHL, and
I got some really, really, really exciting news.
Oh.
We have the women's under 18 playing right now
yeah.
in the juniors. Wow, she just signed this week. I was telling you guys a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
My niece
Oh,
just
get
got
out.
picked up by Team Canada
Wow.
to play at the next
man.
Olympics, man.
That's
I got
terrific.
goosebumps.
I do too,
I'm
man.
like, awesome. Phoenix, way to go. We're so proud of you.
I love that stuff.
It is dynamite. The junior team they have her on is the Mississauga team right now, and the first game they picked her up from, she got an assist and a goal, and she is an absolute dynamite hockey player, and we're so looking forward to.
You must be very proud of her.
Very, very. It's way to go, Phoenix! Right on. So,
Excellent.
as our junior team is playing right now, I just thought I'd bring that up. So.
How are we doing for time there, kiddo? We have to ask our producer, because
No.
he threw the.
Oh, do I get
thing
the
in
bells
there.
again?
Yeah, at the end.
Oh, okay. I'll do the bells again.
Yeah, but she.
Oh,
what does that
perfect. Right on. 31.
Oh, that's okay.
mean? 31.
31
Is that what
seconds.
that
How long
meant?
have we been doing this?
I don't know.
31.
That's why I'm
I'm a
in
new
radio.
guy.
I'm not
So,
in television yet.
As we come to the end of the show, once again, we want to reintroduce our good friend Mike Devine, who came down to see us.
Thank you for having me.
We're talking Party Dog Radio, Sea Joy, Magic 106 in Guelph.
And Dave rocks.
And yeah, absolutely.
Dave rocks. Yes.
And,
Yeah, you get around, baby.
you know,
I'm a man.
he's part of our crew and the whole ensemble that we have going on.
We're putting
here.
something together. Let's
Yeah,
just say
absolutely.
that.
You're going to be
So-
hearing a lot about this soon.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of this guy
So
soon.
you got some, we got
Or
some
hearing
coming
him a
down the
lot.
pipe, and like Party Dog, along with Halton Hills Online, Radio GTA, FM 108, we do carry Don Cherry
Don
every
Cherry.
week.
We do.
We
We're
are the
so,
only ones.
I love Don Cherry.
We are
I
the
mean,
only-
I could cry just looking at his picture. He's just so Canadian
Yep.
and so humble, and he got wronged by a lot of bad people.
We're the only ones doing it. So
We're all playing them on all our
all of our
brands. We're
stations.
playing Don Cherry.
We're playing Don Cherry because Don Cherry is like Don
It's
Cherry is.
tragically hip.
He's like Canada. He's like you think
He's
of
like
Canada,
tragically hip.
you think of Stompin' Tom Connors,
Yep.
Burton Cummings, Don Cherry. You think of the icons. Don is one of them,
Gordon
and he
Lincoln.
always will be.
Definitely.
He always will be.
Always will be.
And John
You know?
Candy.
John,
yeah,
exactly.
definitely. And
You
they
know
were-
what I mean.
And they were
though.
good buddies.
right?
They were great friends, John
Yeah.
Candy and,
Yeah,
and Don
I think
Cherry.
they were. Yeah.
They
Were
were
they really?
They were very
Yeah.
good friends. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be
I met him a
surprised
couple
who.
times.
Yeah,
we
they were-
went to the same high school as me, but we graduated. Way,
I went to- I
way
met
apart.
yeah,
way
yeah.
apart. I was in the '80s. I think he graduated in '68.
I met John Candy in a convenience store
So
in
nice guy.
South Down and
Such a nice
Lakeshore in the mid '70s or late '70s, and he was there with two kids. He's buying a bag of milk. Talking
Bag
about
of milk.
There you go. And,
Canadian
I
thing.
look- and you know what he's
came all
and I
the way
said-
around back to
See
the
what we
bag of
did
milk.
there? See what
Yeah.
they did there?
Yeah. And I said, "How you doing, Don? Or how you doing, John?" I said, "Pleased to meet you." He says, "How you doing?" Just a regular guy.
Oh,
And
very
then he
young.
walked out and drove away out of my
We all-
life. Never saw him
We
again.
all put our
but,
pants on 2 legs at a time. So
That's right. But he owned the Argos. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
there's a guy that you don't talk about anymore because he's gone. God bless him.
for a
Yeah.
while now.
But don't forget him.
Don't
He's,
ever forget
don't
him.
ever forget.
A lot of great
Every
Canadian
Thanksgiving
icons.
on my Facebook, I put that picture up with him and Steve
Trebek.
Martin carrying that suitcase and it's snowing
Oh,
from
God.
Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Trains, and Automobiles.
My all-time favorite movie. I don't know how the radio still
Those
works in
aren't
this car.
pillows.
I
They're
know.
not pillows.
Nope.
You know,
All
your
right,
kid-
we do
You're not
gotta-
pillows.
We
You know
got to
your
wrap
kid-
up.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
everybody know this is Loosey Goosey Chime Time. We're brought to you by.
905-873-9255. See, I
don't
do
you
know what it
forget
is.
it.
Don't
And
you
that's
forget
Max
it.
Tires. And they got the best deals on tires and auto sales, of course. They sell cars
Yeah.
and they fix them. And Fred's Towing, hello to everybody at Easy Taxi as well. And Mike's going to do the NBC chimes. Loosey Goosey, Mike Devine.
Hang on a sec. So,
Oh, you don't want to do it? Okay, wait a minute.
not yet.
Okay, I thought
He
I
was
was.
just practicing.
I was practicing. It's just things
Practicing.
together.
Just practicing.
Never
So
mind.
we want to thank everybody for tuning in once again. We want to remind you, be safe on the roads out there. Big Daddy Russ Horton, a big thank you to Mike Devine, myself, Leah Lywood. Have yourselves a great weekend. And again, don't drink and drive. Call yourself a cab. Easy Taxi is a quick, easy number to get. And again, have yourself a great weekend.
We'll let Leah
Have your-
say, go ahead, at the end.
Community is driven by community.
You navigate.
And we drive.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, can I do it now? Okay, now I'll do it. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
In 3D.
Boy, she really likes those chimes, man. She goes,
Dr.
oh, when you
Dr.
do it.
Tongue, remember? John Candy.
Actually, in the next one, I'm going to show you a picture of us, John Candy and I doing something 3D.
Yeah, there you go. Have a great weekend, everybody.